Hello friends, in this video we'll be discussing some of the important practical questions related to cybersecurity interviews. To whichever job in the domain of cybersecurity you're going, these are the most frequently asked practical questions that you will come across. So let us start the video with the questions. Define a cyber threat or vulnerability. This is a practical based question that you will come across. Employers will ask a perspective cybersecurity analysis interview questions about basic definitions to ensure that they have a strong foundation in the field. To answer this question, make sure you draw your previous experience and offer a comprehensive definition of cyber threats and vulnerabilities. The cyber world is always changing. Show employees that you are up to date in your field. So here what you should explain. So what are threats and vulnerabilities are? The key difference between threat and vulnerability, like you should give the example for both. So how you should answer this is like this. A cyber threat is a malicious cyber attack intended to damage or steal sensitive data. Cyber threat often include viruses, malware, data breaches, phishing, ransomware, and denial of service attacks. Malware is an intrusive type of software used to destroy computer system and steal data. It is usually distributed through email phishing and other social engineering attacks that trick the internet users into giving up personal information. A cyber vulnerability is a weakness in an IT system that cyber criminals can exploit. They can include firewall vulnerabilities, insecure network connections, and lack of proper encryption or authentication. Insecure Wi-Fi is one example of a cyber vulnerability. Cyber criminals are often able to steal logins or financial information by tapping onto data shared on unsecured Wi-Fi access points. How would you keep a server and network secure? Cyber criminals typically steal data from compromised servers and networks. Employers want to know that you have experience preventing these data breaches. Be sure to discuss key security best practices and approach you have taken to protect servers and networks. Use the following factors to answer these type of security interview questions. That is, technical methods for securing servers and networks you must consider. User authentication and monitoring login attempts that are the terms that you must include in your answer. So here is the answer that how you can answer it. You should not follow the same example. This is for the understanding. I have given the answer here. So you can answer like this. I always follow the best practices when securing computer networks and servers. First and the foremost, it's critical to establish a secure connection by creating a strong router password, using encryption or setting up an VPN, and ensuring that Wi-Fi connections are secure. I would also establish a strong authentication system to protect logins and other sensitive information through a program such as Google Authenticator or WatchGuard Authentication Point. I also have experience using intrusion prevention programs such as McAfee and Cisco to monitor login attempts, especially for root users. The third question is, what anomalies do you typically look for when a system becomes compromised? Identifying the signs of a compromised system is all in a day's work for a security analyst. Interview questions about the different types of anomalies you may encounter, such as unusual network traffic, login anomalies, and geographic irregularities are common. Be sure to explain the following when answering these types of cybersecurity interview questions. So you can define what is anomaly and discuss why it's important to catch up anomalies in a compromised system. And you must describe a time when you identify an anomaly and what did you do or how did you mitigate it. So here is an sample answer that how you can answer this. An anomaly is a red flag or unusual cybersecurity event found on a compromised system. It could include an unknown task running in the background, a hidden file or folder, unknown users on a system, changed passwords, or unexpected disk damage. It's critical to detect anomalies so I can determine if a system intrusion or a cyber attack has taken place. At my previous job, I detected unknown and garbled text files in a folder on an employee's computer using Loom systems. The employee accidentally downloaded the folder from a spoof website while conducting research. Fortunately, the files were inspected and removed before they could do any harm. The next question is what are the most important technical components of cybersecurity? One of the key areas cybersecurity interview questions cover is your technical skill set. You should have an understanding of cybersecurity infrastructure, cloud security, network firewalls, and antivirus and anti-malware software. So be sure to consider the following when you answer this question. So what technical background do you have in cybersecurity? What tools you have used, and how did you use technical components to keep systems secure? So how you could answer this question is here. Having a secure network free of vulnerabilities is the most important technical component of cybersecurity. At my previous job, I set up multiple firewalls, renamed routers and networks, used strong passwords, utilized encryption tools, and set up private Wi-Fi. I primarily worked with the network security monitoring tools such as Argus and Negoios to track and monitor all networks. And I also used IBM Security Guard DM data encryption to provide a strong security to multiple clouds that store sensitive financial data. Next question is what do you know about encryption? If your role will include safeguarding sensitive data, information security interview questions will ask about your knowledge of encryption. Make sure you define encryption and describe how it is used to secure digital information and data. So here is what you should discuss when answering encryption related questions. So you should explain the primary components of encryption, explain the process of encryption such as how plain text data is translated into random and incoherent text, and discuss the types of encryption tools you use. So here how you could answer this. At my previous job, I use encryption to secure sensitive data from unauthorized access. There are 5 key components to encryption, which are plain text, encryption algorithms, secret keys, ciphertext, and description algorithms. Plain text is unencrypted information that gets inputted into an encryption algorithm. An encryption algorithm transforms the plain text data into ciphertext using an secret key. Ciphertext can be read unless it gets transformed back to the plain text using the description algorithm. I have experience using encryption tools such as BitLocker to protect sensitive data on Windows systems and FileVault for Mac. So this is another question. How would you monitor and log cybersecurity events? This is a very important question. So some cybersecurity interview questions dig into your very specific skills and processes. It's important that you show employers that you know how to keep track of security events. This is a great opportunity to show employers how detail oriented you are. When answering this question, be sure to explain the following things: the tools and methods you use to monitor computer systems, process you use for logging events, and how long the cybersecurity events help you understand them. So here is the sample answer. First, I would set up a security event monitoring tool. I used Splunk at my previous job, which uses the machine-generated data to monitor systems for cyber threats, vulnerabilities, and other unusual events in real time. Once set up, Splunk can also be used to log each event across all computer systems, which would be documented in an event file. This isn't just limited to computer system. It also logs events that occur in applications and servers. Once a cyber threat is logged, it can be retrieved for further investigation to determine the seriousness of the event. So these are some of the practical questions that you can come across in the cybersecurity job interviews and their sample answers. Hope you like the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button. To share this video among your friends, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.